Hey guys, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of coffee. Look, Harris Ranch. Anybody know where that is? It's right on Highway 5, middle of nowhere. But awesome steaks. Not that I need more steak in my body right now. After hanging out with Bitcoin Ben for 3 days, that's all we ate was steak. Steak and chicken wings. Alright, first of all, word just got to me, Bitcoin Ben's YouTube channel was taken down by YouTube. I can't imagine a better example of how fucked up our system is than take Bitcoin Ben, all-American truck driver. All he cares about is saving humanity. All he cares about is people and his country. And a company like YouTube would decide they don't want that kind of speech here in America. That's pathetic. I have a request. There was a recent presidential candidate who, during an interview with Rice Crypto, claimed that he was part of the invention of YouTube, which I know to be true. He's a crypto guy. Let's see how much power he has as president. You know who you are. Why don't you talk to your friends and buddies at YouTube and say, hey, Bitcoin Ben's a good guy. He's spreading the crypto word. You have the power to do that. Go clean up that mess. Do something good with your life. For once. All right. That's my rant. Okay, let's talk about silver. What's going on with silver? It's up a little bit. The new riggers, JP Morgan and friends, they can't do it the same way they did it before. They're going to try something else. I think it's going to be a combination of the high-frequency traders with Virtu Financial, Vinny Viola, used to be EWT LLC, which stood for Elliott Wave Theory, and they were playing all the Elliott Wave Theory guys, getting them, oh, look at the charts. All these chartists don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'm telling you right now. That's how the cabal played with you, and they stole everybody's money, and they called themselves EWT LLC, Elliott Wave Theory. We used to call it the idiot wave theory, because Elliott Wave Theory, oh, everybody go long, and then they'd slam it. Everybody go short, and then they'd make it rise. Chartists, you got to understand, when the market is fully and 100% controlled, charts mean nothing, mean zero, nada, nothing, sorry. All right, yeah, but silver's starting to run, which is nice. The question is, as it rises, will they short into the rise? Now, Ted Butler's finally started talking about the volumes. I've been screaming about volumes since day one. Volumes in silver are ridiculous, almost as big as crypto volumes, meaning it's all fake, it's all fantasy, it's all ridiculousness. Ridiculousness, that's a word, ridiculousness. Tell me how Litecoin trades hands, all the Litecoin ever on planet Earth trades hands every 24, 48 hours. It's stupid. Tell me how all the silver ever mined in the world, trades hands on the COMEX. Wait a minute, I got the number. I think it's 5 times. 5 times every single ounce of silver that's ever been mined in the world. 60 billion ounces that's ever been mined. 5 times that, 300 billion ounces trades every year. It's stupid. But it's exciting to see. It's not exciting. It's scary to see the price rise on the COMEX, because the COMEX is a futures and options contract exchange that is criminal by nature. JP Morgan is the number one rigger. They were slapped on the wrist, but they weren't told they can't. The Justice Department said how horrible what they did was, but they're still allowed to be the number one warehouse full of silver, the number one trader on the floor in silver, the number one market rigger, the custodian of SLV's inventory. You want to know where all the silver went that JP Morgan sold? They had to sell 300 million ounces. It went right into the hands of people the authorized participants of SLV, which means the bullion banks. So the banks have full control still. The resignation of the head cop at the CFTC What does it mean? The whole thing's a joke. It's just a fraud. So I don't think it means anything. I do want to know where he goes. Where he gets his big payoff. Let's see where he goes. With Michael Dunn, it was the DTCC. That's where he went for a year. Big $1 million salary coming from. He's literally probably the dumbest human ever, the dumbest regulator ever. So he got his $1 million salary, and he had one job, and that was to leave the vault open at 55 Water Street during Hurricane Sandy, and he did it and flooded $33 trillion worth of certificates. Oh, by the way, they just moved the silver and gold swaps into that exact vault a month prior. That's the kind of criminality that we're dealing with here. So, deal with it. There's a shakeup in Theta. There's a bunch of there's a new validator node of 10 million Theta tokens. Nobody knows who it is. The Samsung name came off it because nobody really, this is the Guardian Monitor tries to figure out who these nodes are, the validator nodes and all that. Samsung name went off it. I don't know what Samsung is, if they want to kind of play a lower profile. I mean, they're putting the Theta on all their devices, so it's kind of like, okay, I can see how they don't want to double up and get too. You don't want to be thinking, oh, Theta, yeah, that's the Samsung thing. No, because it's not. It's a thing for everybody and every device. It's going to be a Sony thing. It's going to be an Apple thing. It's going to be a everybody thing. So yes, Theta price is still rocking. We're still giving away 25 Theta fuel at the moment. Obviously that changes day by day depending on what the price of Theta does. I do expect to see major rises in the fourth quarter, basically for three reasons. Number one, I think the cryptos are ready to run. I do think Bitcoin and all the rest of the cryptos are going to run. And I don't think Theta's ever been caught up in that kind of a frenzy, because Theta wasn't around in 2017. And it'll be interesting to see how that reacts, because it's so massively undervalued now. It will go, I think it'll be in the top 10 definitely by next year, but I think the top 20 by this year. Now remember, it was 45, 48 or something like that, and now I think it broke the top 30. So, I mean, is it a big deal to say it's in the top 20 by the end of this year? No, I think it's pretty easily achievable. But if you look at the what that means, that would mean like a 5x move compared to other cryptos. So, yeah, Theta's got a long way to go. Remember, they haven't announced Coinbase yet. When Coinbase adds Theta, the whole spectrum of U.S. consumers is going to be buying Theta and understanding Theta and listening to all the things that Theta are doing. So, yeah. And then they got video on demand coming, which is going to be huge. They got things to save Bitcoin Ben's channel, decentralized streaming of your show, your podcast. I still can't believe that YouTube would ban Bitcoin Ben. They literally axed his channel. He's talking to him or emailing him, which means nothing. So, hey, Mr. Presidential Candidate, yeah, you know who you are, Mr. Crypto, who invented YouTube. And I have seen the patent by your partner. I know you have the power to do this. Call up your friends at YouTube and say, you guys need to let Bitcoin Ben back on. He's trying to save America, and he's a big part of cryptocurrencies. So do the right thing. That's my plead. I'm not going to vote for you. I will never vote for you. I will never recommend anybody vote for you. But do the right thing. All right? What else is going on the road to Ruta? It's crazy days, man. Year zero, Cliff High was not lying when he said year zero will be like no other year in history. So we'll see what happens. I hear Trump is about to explain why COVID's not that big a deal, how he got over it, and it'll be interesting. If he starts saying, yeah, I took vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, and chaga, I'll be saying, yeah, where did we hear that before? Cheers to Cliff High. But lots coming down the pike. Everybody buckle in. I don't think they're going to... The Democrats definitely want to destroy the system, destroy the entire system. So hang on tight. Hang on to your hats for that. Let's talk. Everybody get out there and find out from Ben where we need to email to save the Bitcoin Ben channel, because that is a huge part of our future, especially if you're in cryptocurrencies. So keep up the fight, my friends. I'll get more info and let you guys know as the day progresses. Again, silver is going to start to run, and if they don't short into the highs, there's no stopping it. $50, $100, $600, $800. 1-to-1 with gold at some point, if it's freely traded. It won't be freely traded on the COMEX, but one day we'll have free markets in everything, and it'll be a beautiful day for America. It'll be a beautiful day for the world, and then we can move forward in health and happiness. It's Bix Weir, roadtoroot.com. I'll talk to you guys later.